Well, they're locked in fans. Beetle Bailey here with LockedIN Magazine. And today here in Locked In Entertainment, we've got Mark Kendall with Great White. Coming up in a week or two here, June 10th, 11th, 12th is going to be the Orange Loop Festival in Atlantic City. So how you doing there, Mark?
Doing okay. Doing okay. Got a busy June coming up, so that's exciting.
Yeah. So where are you at right now? You out in LA?
I'm actually home. I live near Palm Springs, California.
Oh,
so
great.
I'm way out here in the West.
Not bad. I spent a few months out there. Happened to be at 29 Palms, California. So
Too far okay. That's not far from me.
Yep, had a great time. Was in the Marine Corps there for a little while, but great area. Love it out there. Even though it was in the desert, it was a really nice area out there. So, but anyway, you got the Orange Loop Festival coming up. You're playing Saturday night? I guess it is.
I believe so.
Okay.
I'll have to look on the schedule. I know the whole festival runs from the 10th to the 12th.
Right. I looked at the lineup. What kind of intrigued me, though, I've done a couple festivals now. I'm pretty much more of a photographer than an interviewer. But some of the weird, I should say weird, but some things is like how with these festivals, how do they determine? Because I know Great White, you guys, there's a lot of great band stuff. How do they determine when you play? I mean, is it you guys, your PR, or the organizer determines who goes when?
Usually, most of the shows we play, the promoter decides on, like who's going to headline, who's going to open, you know what I mean? Yeah. And they kind of work with agents and stuff to get the lineup. I've always felt the best way to figure it out is who sold the most records. Like, if we play with a band that sold 100 million records, obviously we should be in the opener spot. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the best way to do it. It doesn't always work that way, but
yeah, I guess
it doesn't matter that much to me when we play. As long as there's people standing in front of the stage.
Right. Yep. That's for sure. Right. Getting into that part, I've been to a couple festivals of that too, and I noticed. I know this goes way back. That you guys create a set list, right? The songs that you're going to play during the set or whatever. Do you know how long they might be giving you to play this on Saturday?
I'm not sure. Sometimes, depending on if it's a casino or something like that, sometimes we only play like maybe 75 minutes.
Right.
Or even an hour. We can play up to 2 hours. Our normal set length is usually about 140, and we can pretty much, get all our jams in and, play a nice set in that amount of time. When you shrink it down to an hour, it's pretty much once bitten, twice shy. Good night.
Oh
no, it's not quite that bad, but I like the longer set because a lot of times, a lot of the shows we play, we have these little extended jams where we bring the crowd in, kind of make them feel a part of it, and we kind of don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And I like those moments, the improv moments, because it keeps it exciting for us. But it's fine, whatever.
Yeah. Speaking of that, the set list, and are you now trying to? I guess since you don't have much time, you're going to have. When will the set list be finalized? Will it be the day of, or do you work on that a couple days ahead of time?
We usually do it kind of the day of. Sort it out. We usually go back and forth on text, figuring it out. Yeah. Kind of have to play the hits, the big songs, and then you just kind of interchange stuff around it depending on how long this set is, So certain songs we actually have to play, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen a couple set lists, and it's really kind of odd. The last one, there was doing Amorphous, heavy metal, I guess black metal, death metal. and their set list was also in Finnish and also in English.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and then I've also seen set lists where they list the songs. They list, okay, you're going to speak in between this song. Do you do a lot of talking in between, or is it all just rock and roll?
What we usually, I mean, there's nothing like carved in stone about what we're going to say or whatever,
Right.
but we'll put like 2 songs in a row, and then we'll put a line, like a line under it, which says that, go ahead and get the crowd riled or whatever you want to do, and then introduce the next song, or, however you want to do it. So that's the way we deal with it. It's not like, we don't write anything. We just put lines under where we're going to,
Right. And you go with the moment.
Engage with the crowd.
Right. So, yeah, with the being, I noticed a lot of festivals now. I guess I don't know if it's just me. Is it more advantageous for you guys to be playing festivals than to be playing like a one night gig with maybe an opening band or one other band?
I like the festivals because it's like more eventful. There's a lot of people. And it's fun in the summer. You're playing outside, and
Right.
it's a cool vibe, and everybody's there to enjoy the music, and that's fun. Well, we switch it up. We play indoors and outdoors. Doesn't really matter. Where we play, even if it's another country. I mean, people in front of they're there to hear us play, and so we're just there to enjoy the night and play our hearts out, and give
Right.
people their money's worth. You know what I mean?
We know a great way to us played. I mean, you guys have played all over the world and everything. Is there one place that that really sticks out that like if I was or you were a fan and you saw all of Great White's concerts throughout the years, was there one place in particular that would bring out the most memories for a fan that you played at?
Well, as far as venue to venue or the fans being better here or there, it's pretty much universally an even deal. But one of my favorite, and this is only because, we had dreams as a teenager to play the Forum, because that's where where the Lakers play. I'm from LA,
Right.
so where the Lakers play and where all the big concerts have been since we were teenagers. So we used to dream about, one day playing the Forum, and, it's kind of a pipe dream. So when that happened, us actually, like receiving platinum records on stage and our parents and friends there, that's kind of a standout, memory of a venue that's legendary, and, we got to play there. And I don't know. So that kind of sticks out as far as something that you dream about and then it happens, and it's
Right.
just like, it kind of blows your mind.
Is
But,
there one? Yeah, I was
go
gonna say,
ahead.
is there one place you haven't played yet that you'd like to, or?
There's some countries we haven't played, but we played a lot. I mean, like 40 countries on one tour, that type deal. But as far as playing a place we haven't played, Australia's probably an area we should, we'd love to get to. We know we got a lot of fans over there. And maybe South America or something.
That'd be great.
But as far as the U.S., Hawaii, wherever, we played every state like more than once.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, like, I just remember Ocean City, Maryland, down there. I'm up here back in Pennsylvania. And
Okay.
Coastal town down there in I guess, off of Maryland down below Delaware. So it's just a great place there. A lot of fishing going on around there. I was wondering if I was wondering if you still do any fishing.
I haven't been in a while, but it's probably been a year or so. We went camping and fishing, but but I used to go a lot more. It's just the schedule kind of, when you're touring in a bus and then you get home, a lot of times you'll have a big space of time to where you can do a lot of fishing stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're doing fly dates, sometimes we only have, a couple days and stuff going on. So, but it's really a little bit of laziness that I haven't gone fishing because I love it. It's like, I used to go a lot,
That's what I was getting to about Ocean City, Maryland. We did a lot of fish. We had a place down there and did a lot of fishing, a lot of shark fishing. Brother back in the 80s. Yeah, he's been had his picture in the OC coastal fisherman down there with a couple nice sharks that they caught. I mean, that was back when nobody ate shark. You didn't. You revered shark.
We used to shark fish.
Yeah,
we used to shark fish in Long Beach, and the singer had a boat and everything. He didn't have a lot of gear though. He needed to have a little bit more stuff, man. I remember trying to reel in this hammerhead. It weighed probably 150 pounds, and he didn't have the straps. I didn't have a seat or anything, and I was like, "Dude, you reel for a while." You know what I mean? My arm was about to fall off, but it's a lot of fun. In my spare time, what I do most is, as far as outside activities, is play pool.
Yeah.
But I love fishing. I love the outdoors.
Right. Yeah, we all do. Also, we're about the same age, and I'm just wondering if you had any feelings about people still calling you guys hair bands. I know we're.
No, that's never bothered me. Because we all pretty much looked the same in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
The only thing I can't relate it to if it has anything to do with our music because, my hair really doesn't have a lot to do with the way I play or the songs I write. Get me?
Right.
So it's my influences and people I listened to growing up and old blues artists and just the stuff I liked that I gravitated towards kind of made, I can remember when I was 14, I wanted to be Carlos Santana. Okay.
Oh,
I
wow.
wanted to be him, so that's where the sound of our band comes from, our influences and not so much our fashion,
Right.
So they can call us hair metal or whatever you want to call it. But, if you're talking about the music, it's a hair shallow because you can hear a lot of blues overtones in our music.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really. I really don't even know how to define hair metal. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be listening to, so I don't know.
I think it was just like a term like disco and blues, it just defined it a decade, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
What the bands look like.
The hair decade or the hair whatever. It's fine. I mean, we did all have long hair, everybody kind of looks similar and stuff as far as image wise. The music was a little different, but I think I know what they mean by hair metal, but the type of music.
Right. I guess you had an album come out recently. Are you still, I guess, writing any new music or making any new music? Is it different?
We're all writing right now. I've been writing and got a lot of music. I go up to this studio my friend has and put ideas down on tape and send it to the guys, and we talk. I've been up north to my keyboard player's house a couple times, just laying stuff in his studio. So we got a lot of music. It's just getting in the studio and doing it. So we'll do it when we have a little more time and get something out eventually.
Yeah. Is it much difference? I guess maybe technically maybe different than back in the 80s when you were producing and writing than compared to today's?
Yeah. Well, the technology is a little different. we're still kind of old school though. You know, we kind of record like we always did as far as us playing together. And
You still do it like on 18 or 16 track tapes or whatever
oh yeah. Oh, no, we don't use 2-inch tape. We use, you know, Pro Tools and different stuff like that. But one thing we don't do is like use the computer as our guideline. Like if we see a bass note not hitting a couple times on a kick drum, we just leave it if it sounds good to us.
Right.
You know, we don't line up grids and make it all perfect like a machine.
Okay.
We'd rather have the human feel. So, you know, and another thing we would probably never do is, even though we have the technology to do it, is not be together and do a record. You know what I mean? Like sending our parts in emails or whatever.
Yeah.
That, you know, because a lot of stuff happens from us playing together that wouldn't happen if we were just separate and had a song we were going to play. Like little things happen when you're playing.
Yeah, I would say it probably feels different, you know, to be able to be there with the band playing and then actually doing one part over here, maybe one part over there.
Sometimes we'll do punches together and it's nothing we planned.
Right.
We just all feel that.
Right.
And so things like that wouldn't happen if you did it like in separate, you know, different areas. So we keep everything old school because it always worked that way, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So we're not going to become machines because it's available, you know.
Right.
We'd rather just keep it human, keep that human element in our music, and you know, not sing through auto-tune machines or anything like that. Just like, if the performance is bad, do it again. That's the way we think, you know. Sing that again, man. That was awful.
So we're going to wrap things up here. Just one last thing here. So you're thinking about your 50th anniversary. LockedIn would like to know where we can book an arena so we can host the 50th anniversary party of Great White.
50th?
Yeah.
50th? Oh my God. I actually think it's possible that could happen. Actually, if, you know, our health holds up and everything, everybody's in pretty decent shape. Where should we do that at? That's a good question. God.
I mean, the guy's been going for almost 45 years. Another 5 would be pretty easy, I would think.
I'm trying to think of where. You mean where would we play? Like, where would we play? Like where? Maybe do some outdoor street thing or something in like where we started, just to kind of celebrate with fans that were there. Like, I guess 50 years ago. Plus all the new generations is pretty cool because, you know, we see the 20-somethings that are into the music. They kind of discover us, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I was going to say, I've been talking to some people about the you know, festival coming up at work and some of the other places, and some of these younger kids, you know, like I say, they've heard of Great White. They've heard of other groups. You know, it's like, man, they do some great music. You know, it's like that music doesn't die from the 80s. You know, it keeps coming back, and you don't see disco coming back, at least not yet anyway. You know, some of the other types of music, you know, rock and roll keeps going on and on and on. So
it's amazing.
I hope you guys keep going on. I'm going to.
I told the story before, but I was in Sweden. And there was about 30 kids outside of this hotel room. I haven't smoked in 10 years, but I smoked. I was going out to have a cigarette, and I saw these kids, and they looked like they were 20, you know, 20, maybe a hair over 20. And they were wearing clothes that we wore like in 1985. You know what I mean? And I'm going, what's happening here? And they go, oh, it was like they discovered something, and they thought it was so cool that not only did they love the music, but they wanted to dress like we did. You know, so that's just fun to look at that. You know.
Yeah, that's great. Like you say, we're looking forward, LockedIn Magazine, to be at the Orange Loop Festival. Looking forward to hearing you live. I've never been actually to one of your concerts, but I listen to plenty of your songs. Anything you have for our fans out there, for LockedIn fans or Great White fans, before we close out?
Just thanks for all the years, all the loyalty. We got the best fans in the world. Thanks for supporting our music, and thanks for digging our music. One of the greatest things about the fans that I love to, when I talk to a fan and they tell me a story about one of our songs and what they were doing at the time,
Right.
it's like the greatest thing on earth, because I'm a fan myself and have songs that take me way back, and I knew what I was doing then.
Right.
So to be a part of that, it's like super special.
Yeah.
So just thanks for, all the years, and we'll keep plugging away and giving you our best as long as we can.
Well, thanks, Mark, for sitting down with LockedIn Entertainment, and we'll see you a little later. Thanks again. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye.